You need to have the awareness of what kind of fatigue you're experiencing and then be able to adapt to whatever conditions those may be. Again, this is something that like most players think like, oh, it'll just come natural. And like, if I'm thirsty, I'll take a drink. Well, you don't want to get to the point where you're thirsty. You want to stay hydrated so that you don't necessarily feel thirsty. A lot of players don't even think about it. They don't plan or strategize for it. And they're like, well, when I get thirsty, I'll drink. Well, okay, well, what if you're in the middle of a game and you start dying of thirst? And it's because you haven't had anything to drink in 2 hours. Whereas that would never happen to us because we would have a plan, a strategy in mind that says, okay, here's how I'm going to stay hydrated and thus keep my energy as high as possible and not become a victim of my energy dropping off because I haven't had a drink in 2 hours. If you're going to be at the basketball court for 4 or 5 hours at a time, the chances are you're probably going to get hungry. So first of all, they don't have an idea of how long they're going to be out here. They don't plan for the contingency of what happens if it's a busy day at the park and you're out here for 4 straight hours. You're probably going to want and probably need some kind of energy source to top off your energy and your fuel with to help your body continue to perform well. Because if you start to get hungry and your blood sugar starts to dip, there's no correction for that other than to get some food and fuel in your body. So a strategy that you and I would have would be like, have something to eat with us. That's a good source of calories and energy that can be sustained over a long conditioning day of basketball. Like, I would take food with me to the park, just something small, like a protein bar or something like that, just something that I could have just in case, even if it wasn't a conditioning day, which most days are not, even if I didn't plan to be on the court for 4+ hours, at least I would have something with me just in case. That's something that I thought about, that I planned for, that I strategized about, that just most players it doesn't even cross their mind. They don't care because they don't go that deep. That's the difference between them and us, which is we care, thus we plan and strategize for things that they don't care about. The last point I want to get into for this conditioning day of basketball is what I like to think of as the conditioning debrief, which is a lot to do with your post-performance mindset. Yes, a lot of the conditioning that you're doing has to do with testing yourself right here and now to see how you do and how you handle it and how you can push through to hopefully get better. But the underlying reason for why we do anything on the basketball court, games, practice, studying, training, anything, is not just about that moment. Meaning, like, for conditioning days, it's not just about how hard and long can you push yourself on the basketball court. It's not just about punishing yourself and really pushing yourself to your limit and really like running yourself into the ground just to see what you're capable of.